This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Game 4 overtime here on the channel between the Edmonton Oilers and Colorado Avalanche. I am in the midst. I just had to get this up. We are going to go live for overtime. Let's get it going, but hold the phone first. I got to go get a bathroom break. I got to grab some water. I got to get things going, so give me a sec. You're going to watch the background for 5 minutes. I promise you that much. It's 5-5 between the Oilers and Avalanche here. I'll go get the Sportsnet scoreboard right now, but it is scramble mode time. We got an intermission before overtime fires up, and then we'll get things going. But I need a bathroom break worse than I need most things today because, well, I guess you could say there's one other thing I need pretty bad, but we'll wait to see if that comes to fruition right here, right now in this overtime frame, or another one, or another one, or another one, or another one, whatever the heck it might take. So, folks, give me a few seconds here. I've just got the scoreboard right in there. We're good to go. Bang. It's there. I'll be right back in a minute, and we'll get this thing rolling, boys. We'll get this thing friggin' rolling. Let me tell you, we will. I promise you that much. All right. Anyway, see, I even got rid of the goofy headset. Bingo, right? See, we're winning. We're winning on Dolynny TV today. All right, give me a sec to mute the TV. Away we go. Max Smith chucking the stick. Let's bring it over here, boys. Let's friggin' go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Woo! Let's do it. Shall we? Shall we do it? I think we shall. Give me a sec here. Boom. Just like that. There we go. You guys, you guys ready to go or what? This is... It's either the end of something or the start of something. You're not quite sure, but we're going overtime between the Oilers and Avalanche here tonight in Rogers Place for Game 4. And let me tell you, I'm excited for this one. I think the only reason I'm live for this, because quite honestly, you do not want to hear half the stuff I've said during this hockey game through regulation. However, at this point, you know what? I think based on what I've done here on YouTube the past 3-4 years for Dolynny TV, I owe this to you folks back home who might make the memories with me, might not, might hate me, might like me, whatever you want to say. But I think I owe this one to you. It was Cale Makar on the power play to open the scoring. The Oilers 3 unanswered in the third. Then Devon sorry, that one screws me up, answers back in the third, 31 seconds in. Hyman, Landeskog, McKinnon, Rantanen, and then Zach Kassian with his second goal of the playoffs sends us to overtime. You want madness? You came for madness? I'm sure you did. You're here for it. We're going for it, and we are going to rock this, roll this, and run away with this here in Game 4. This, like I said, this is either the start of something or this the end of something. And for the Oilers, you just hope it's the start of something here, right? I said at the start of this game, I've said all series long, I was ready to be done. You know what? We got this far. And folks, if I'm going to give you any message before this overtime begins, any team that rides Mike Smith and Mikko Koskinen to the third round of the NHL playoffs in 2022 has far outdone what they ever should have in the year 2022. And here we are, an overtime period. One goal decides if this is as far as we get or if we keep going on to Game 5 on Wednesday. I mean, you gotta love hockey, right? I'm on record. I said Zach Kassian does not score you the big goal. Zach Kassian scores the big goal and sends us to overtime. Mike Smith does just enough to keep us in this game. And here we are with a chance to go to Colorado on Wednesday. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It just is what it is, right? This is what the playoffs is about. You want chaos? Look no further than the Stanley Cup playoffs. It's the most beautiful thing in all of sports. And for the first time in 16 years, us Oilers fans get a chance to experience it. That's pretty friggin' special. I wish this was the second intermission. Let me tell you with all my heart, I wish this was the second intermission where I was getting to sit here, eat 2 big bowls of chicken noodle soup, just to try and calm my nerves going into a third period where all it seemed the Oilers had to do was lock it down and bring the game home. Now, the next goal scores and brings home either the series or Game 5. I love it. I absolutely friggin' love it. I mean, my nerves are shot. My nerves were shot after that 8-6 game in in Game 1. Now we have to survive in overtime if we want to survive the series. And it's poetic, isn't it? You have to get out there and score the next one if you want to keep playing. Hey, ain't that the way? Oh, baby. Oh, baby. It just is what it is. And you know what? You can yell about the refs. You can yell about the Avs being good. You can yell about anything you want. End of the day, I've got a line in my back pocket if the Avs win this game. And you can't argue it, right? Comes from one of the men in the NHL that knows best. But at the same rate, you go out there and put a couple pucks on net and score the next goal. You're going to Game 5 in Colorado. It's one of those things. And honestly, I've wanted to be done this whole series. I was fine with sweep. I even had the whole video up. Getting swept is not worst case scenario if you're the Edmonton Oilers. And in typical Edmonton Oilers fashion, we just had to go out there and make it exciting, didn't we? Always. Absolutely always. Every single dang time. But you know what? That's part and parcel with this playoff run. There is absolutely nothing that you can be upset with as the Edmonton Oilers fans. When it comes down to it, heads held high. I said it right off the top, right? Any team that makes it this far with Mike Smith and Mikko Koskinen in net, you're on the bonus spins after round 1. You're on borrowed time after round 2. And if it comes to an end in round 3, good on you. Friggin' good on you. You did more than... Honestly, think about this. As any reasonable Edmonton Oilers fan, we're on a 6-game losing streak in what, January? February? Whenever that was, when everything was going absolutely sideways and the playoffs were slipping out and we were points back and we were just losing it. Well, you know what? If you would have told any reasonable Oilers fan in that January-February stretch, don't worry, you'll be in Game 4 against the Colorado Avalanche with a chance to go to Game 5 in the third round of the Stanley Cup playoffs this season. Every single reasonable Oilers fan, every high and mighty Oilers fan, every down on the Oilers fan would have told you, you're friggin' dreaming, bud. And here we are. Here the frig we are in Game 4, headed to overtime against the Colorado Avalanche with a chance to play Game 5 on Wednesday in Colorado. Right? Like, you know what? If you can't sit here and take the victories that we have gotten this season from our Edmonton Oilers, I mean, Leon Draisaitl's literally playing on maybe half a leg. I don't even think the good leg's good anymore. Darnell Nurse, I don't even want to know how long he's going to be out of the lineup next season. Mike Smith is playing potentially his last game of his career right here, right now. Duncan Keith, same dang thing. And folks, if you're ready to party with me, I'd love to party with you. Let's do this. The Oilers, the Avalanche, Game 5, overtime, puck drops in a matter of seconds. McKinnon, Draisaitl, to see who comes on home with Game 4, right? The Avs take Game 4, they're headed to the Cup. The Oilers take Game 4, we're going back to Denver for Game 5. That's the way it be. That's what's at stake on the next goal of this hockey game at Rogers Place in the heart of Edmonton Ice District. Overtime, Edmonton, Colorado. Game 4, baby. Game 4. Kane, Shore in the press box having a good old time. And here we go, folks. If you're ready for it, let's rip it. Here we go. Puck's down and off we go. The Avalanche have won the faceoff. Makar over to the D partner and tipped on into the Oilers zone. My friends, we're off and running as Mike Smith chips that puck to an open area along the far side boards, and the Oilers are going to work it up and out of the zone. And that's Leon Draisaitl hobbling on one leg, walking into the zone. He's in the offensive zone. Down, shot towards the net, goes nowhere, but the Oilers might be able to get a stick on that puck. It'll be Draisaitl in the neutral zone, able to come up with it before he goes off for a line change. Now Nurse near his near side blue line, up and out and into the offensive zone, and it's not Draisaitl going for a line change. Maybe should have here is now after a botched play, the Colorado Avalanche first possession in the offensive zone of the Edmonton Oilers here in overtime. 19:15 to go. Draisaitl stretches it out. It's up to McDavid, who's somehow onside on that play, but it's back onto an Avalanche stick, turned over at the blue line. Oilers offside, trying to not take too many men, and it will be flipped up and out of play, my friends. 19:02 to go in this overtime. And a start you like to see from the Oilers right off the hop, possessing the puck, pushing it into the Avs zone, and funneling the puck towards the net and looking for that greasy one to send us to Colorado on Wednesday. Puck is down. The Avs win the faceoff again, and the Oilers hungry chasing the puck, and it's flipped in at the blue line in behind Mike Smith. Brett Kulak there plays it behind his own net. Ryan McLeod and Barry, as well as who else out there? How about Ryan Nugent-Hopkins on the ice as the puck deflects up and out of play. 18:46 to go in this overtime. The shot's 40-35 for the Colorado Avalanche. A 5-5 tie. A minute 14 into overtime now between the Colorado Avalanche and Edmonton Oilers as we look for an overtime winner. Mike Smith, 35 saves. Pavel Francouz, 30 saves on the night. The face-off to the left of Mike Smith. And the puck's down, and the Oilers scramble it up, but it's the Avs who come up with it. The shot from Makar from the point, and that is Turi Lehkonen putting it home and putting it to bed. The Colorado Avalanche are headed to the Stanley Cup final. There you go. Mike Smith not leaving the crease, though. Mike Smith ain't leaving the crease. Hold up, the Avs are celebrating, but I think Mike Smith might be asking for something here. And they're asking if it's a legit goal. Hold on, we got a review. That's what held me back on the call. Mike Smith had something there. And this one they're going to ask if it is onside or what. Oh, it's high sticked. And it's played back by a Colorado Avalanche player. I guess that's reviewable, maybe? I don't know. Honestly, are we going to have a weird rules test in Game 4 in overtime with the Oilers' playoff lives hanging on a thread? Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Come on. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. I honestly... just when you think it can't get any further out of control. The Avs have celebrated going to the Stanley Cup final, and now we're going to have a question if that sticks above the crossbar. And on that angle it looks it, but I don't think it is. I don't think you get this lucky as the Edmonton Oilers. And I mean, why are you showing that angle? I don't think that does anything for us. The crossbar's above the picture. Oh my goodness. You have got to be kidding me. Here's the angle, and that one, again, you're not showing the net, so I can't tell you if it's above the crossbar or not, but that stick is above the crossbar when contact is made, and here comes the call. And it's a good goal, and that, my friends, will seal it. Wow. All right. That's all. Handshakes, folks. Handshakes. All right.